Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm doing a review and it's kind of funny because I've only got one bottle and it's not the one that I said I'm reviewing, which is the L'Oreal Extraordinary Face Oil. I did have it, but I've now returned it. So I'll explain all throughout the video, but for kind of demonstration purposes, I'm holding up this one, which is the Superdrug Be Enriched. The reason being is that this is more like the L'Oreal Extraordinary Oil bottle. So I've got my notes down here, and this is a video that I have recorded probably 3 times now, and this is my 4th time, so I should really know what I'm talking about off by heart. But I've even printed my notes again because initially I tried to do the 3 of these, but it's very difficult to compare 3 things, especially since this one is kind of, I would say, the same as the L'Oreal one. Anyway, I will tell you a bit about this one during it, but basically I'm comparing this one to the L'Oreal Extraordinary Oil. The other strange thing is that this isn't actually the Clarins oil in here because I finished it and I've made up my own one, so it's all a bit weird, but I will explain all, I promise. The only thing, when I hold up this, I'm going to be talking about the L'Oreal Extraordinary Age Perfect Face Oil because it was a sachet that I used, a couple of sachets, and that's why I returned the bottle, or why I was able to return the bottle. So the only shared ingredient between these two is lavender. That's the only thing that these two have in common ingredients wise. So the Clarins oil is 30ml and it's £30, so pretty expensive. The essential oils that come in this are rosewood, geranium and lotus. Lotus oil being the kind of exotic one, if you like. And then it's got a base oil of hazelnut. This one is for oily combination skin, but Clarins do 3 different types of oils. There's one for oily combination, this one. There's the blue orchid one for dehydrated skin, and then there's the santal one for dry skin. So dry skin meaning with dry patches on your skin, dehydrated when you're feeling like you've got tight skin. The claims on this one are that it purifies, tightens pores and refines the skin texture. Hazelnut oil softens, soothes and seals in moisture to prevent fine lines. The instructions are to use it in the evening after cleansing and toning. Apply a small amount to face and neck while still damp with toning lotion, which is interesting. I don't do that. Avoid the eye contour. They both say to avoid the eye area. Gently dab face with a soft tissue to remove any excess. Again, I don't do that because I don't want, after spending £30 on it, I don't want a lot of it coming off on the tissue. I'm quite happy to put a moisturiser over the top to seal it in. This one says that it's 100% pure plant extracts and it's rich in vitamin E, and that's everything we need to know about that one. The L'Oreal Age Perfect Oil comes in a bottle like this. Same sort of bottles. The only difference is the Clarins one has a pointed dropper. So you can see it's a little dropper like that with a pointed tip. Whereas the L'Oreal one comes in a bottle like this Superdrug one, in that the dropper, well, this one is a bit teated, but it's flat. It's completely flat at the bottom. That means that it dispenses more oil than the Clarins one. Other than that, the bottles are exactly the same. So the L'Oreal facial oil is £19.99 in Boots, and you get 30ml as well. Like I said, it's the same kind of bottle as this. The essential oils in it, there are 8, and there's lavender, marjoram, romarin, which is basically rosemary, geranium, rose, chamomile, orange and lavandin. So there's a lot of essential oils in the L'Oreal one. The base oil is a massive mix. There's sunflower seed oil, jojoba oil, corn oil, apricot oil and rice bran oil. For skin type, the L'Oreal oil only comes in one choice, and it's for mature skin. That's how it's kind of marketed. And it says it will replenish, smooth and brighten. Instantly give your skin a renewed look of radiance and smoothness. Skin looks more toned and a healthy look is restored. An extraordinary sensation. Weightless and non-greasy, suitable for all skin types. The dry oil luxuriously bathes skin in a complete comfort and care, a precious secret for smoother, radiant skin that looks as if renewed. The instructions with the Age Perfect oil, the L'Oreal one, are basically, it gives you a bit more choice because the Clarins one says to use at night, the L'Oreal one says to use either day or night or both, and either with or without your normal day care. Let's see the exact way it says. Ideal for everyday use, alone or to complement your day and night regime on a cleansed face and neck. Apply 2 to 3 drops on your cheeks, forehead, neck and décolletage. Massage into the skin with your fingertips. Allow the oil to absorb before applying your day or night cream. And the basic difference between them is the Superdrug one, sorry, the L'Oreal one, but also this Superdrug one, are both dry oils. And what that means is that it's a lighter texture than 100% oil, and it absorbs more easily into your skin and feels lighter. It's just a lighter feeling oil. Something that I noticed when I was doing kind of my research into these oils was that the L'Oreal oil on Paula's Choice, it was noted that it had so many fragrant oils in it that it could be an irritant to sensitive skin. So that's an interesting one. I think that's something to note. Like I said, the L'Oreal one to me is exactly the same as this, so I'll talk about these two, but just for reference, this one is currently about £8 in Superdrug. So if you were interested in the L'Oreal one, which is £19, and really want to try it, I would say try the Superdrug one, because they've got two different types for different skin types and are about the same as the L'Oreal one. So that's kind of the basic facts about them. Let me tell you my story. I bought the L'Oreal Extraordinary Oil because I had run out of my Clarins oil, and I absolutely love this. I think it's amazing. I put it on, my skin feels soft. It just, when I use this, my skin feels better. I use it at night. I don't use it in the day. I don't use it under makeup. I only use it at night under my night cream, and it's just so luxurious feeling, but it doesn't make me feel greasy or oily. It doesn't break me out, so I have no issues with that at all. But I bought the Lotus oil, which was for oily combination skin, and I'm on my medication at the moment, which makes my skin drier. And I'm also going to start using, I've bought some retinol to use. I'm going to do a whole nother video on retinol. But anyway, retinol dries out your skin. And my skin is feeling a little bit tight anyway, like I said, because of the medication. So I thought the next oil I get, I'm going to get the one for dehydrated skin from Clarins. But I had seen this L'Oreal oil and I thought, well, maybe I'll try that one, because it would be much better to buy one for £20 than £30. And I use the L'Oreal Extraordinary Oil for hair, and I love it. I love the smell, I love the effect of it and everything. So I thought, well, let me try that one. So I bought the bottle. But in the meantime, I was kind of researching all these oils and looking up the ingredients, and I thought, I wonder if in the empty bottle of the Clarins I'll make up some of my own, because you might have heard me say before, I've got a herbal medicine diploma, and part of that is like, you know, essential oils and that kind of thing. And I've got a lot of essential oils that I use them for different purposes. I use lavender if I've got a spot. I use some of them in the bath. You know, I've got different uses for them. So I thought, well, I've got essential oils there. Let me see what the base oil is in the Clarins, and I'll try and make up my own. So the base oil, like I said, in the Clarins one was hazelnut oil. So I bought a bottle of hazelnut oil, and I have used some hazelnut oil and some other essential oils and mixed my own. In the meantime, like I said, I bought the L'Oreal oil, but then I got given, I had a sample in a magazine of the oil in a sachet like this. And then I also got given 2 sachets in Boots before I'd opened the oil. And I thought, well, that's really good, because I'll use those 3 sachets and see if I like it. So I used the 3 sachets. I think I put like a clip it on them and used 1 sachet over 2 nights. So I've used the 3 sachets up. So I used it over 6 nights. My instant thoughts on it were that it didn't feel as soft as the Clarins one. It felt lovely. It smelled lovely. They both smell about the same, I would say. The Lotus one, there's a difference in the other Clarins ones, but with the Lotus one I have, compared to the Boots, the L'Oreal one, compared to the Superdrug one, I actually did have them in a row and smell them all, and they all smell pretty much the same, I would say. The feel on the skin is completely different between the Clarins one, the Boots one, and the Superdrug. The Boots and the Superdrug ones are dry oils, and they feel on the skin, to me, completely different. Like I said, they don't give that immediate softness that you get from the Clarins oil, and they feel lighter, but to me that's not a good thing. I hope I'm explaining this, because like I said, I've done 3 videos. One I had to scrap because, I don't know, there was something wrong with me, like how I looked. There was another one that I scrapped though, just because I was rambling and I couldn't really succinctly enough get across what I was trying to say. But like I said, when I put the L'Oreal one on, it just, I could feel that it was a dry oil, and I kind of massaged it in, and I could feel like instantly this is much lighter, and you could almost use this in the day under your makeup if you were very, very sparing with it. Nothing wrong with it at all, other than, like I said, compared to the Clarins one, it just wasn't a patch on it. So I thought, well, let me see how it feels tomorrow when I wake up. And so I did that for the week, but when I woke up in the morning, my skin just felt like a normal day. It didn't feel like when I use my Clarins oil. When I use my Clarins oil and I wake up in the morning, I can instantly feel like, you know, when you sort of touch your face, it's baby soft skin, like a baby's bum. I mean, it's unbelievable. There's nothing else I've ever used that's made my skin feel that soft. So I think if I had never used Clarins, that I may well have loved the L'Oreal oil. I can't find many reviews of the Superdrug one, but for the L'Oreal one, there are a lot of reviews, and there are a lot of great reviews. People absolutely love this. So I think I'm going to be kind of in the minority saying that I don't love it. But like I said, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it at all. I think it's a great oil. It smells lovely and it's fine. But having used the Clarins oil, it's just not a patch on it. And now I will definitely only use the Clarins oil. I think. I definitely, maybe, possibly. Because like I said, I had made up my own oil with the hazelnut as the base. And the hazelnut oil is obviously the thing that makes the oil very, very soft, because I have used this since taking back the Extraordinary oil and running out the sachets. I've used this that I made up myself, and this one is feeling amazing on my skin. And yeah, I'm going to use this one up, I think, and then decide what I'm going to do, because the bottle of hazelnut oil was £4, and then the essential oils I already had, and I think I used 3 different ones that were fairly inexpensive, like rosewood, lavender, and I might have put a drop of sandalwood because I do love my sandalwood. One further thing to confuse it as well is that I asked, when I was in the Clarins, when I was in Boots, taking my L'Oreal oil back, I asked for a sample of, or I was just going to try it, but the lady gave me a sample of the Clarins Blue Orchid oil, which is for dehydrated skin, because like I said, I was thinking of trying that one, and she's given me a sample of it and it smells heavenly. And it's certainly not something that I can create with my own little concoction of oil. It just smells amazing. I think patchouli is what I can smell, but it's quite a manly smell, but it's a very strong smell. So I absolutely love that. And now I'm tempted to buy the Clarins one, and then I'll have 2 bottles, and I'll use this one for my skin when it's oily, and I'll use that one when it's feeling dehydrated. Anyway, I hope that you haven't left me by now. If you're still with me, well done, because I'm not sure I'm following me. So how you guys are following me, I don't know. But I really wanted to let you guys know, what I found out with doing all of this research. And I was thinking about doing a video, if you guys are interested, saying like the benefits of each of the basic oils. So lavender, rosemary, chamomile, the kind of ones that you'll see in Holland and Barrett and Boots and Superdrug, that kind of thing, so that you could easily make yourself an oil, and with the oils that you can buy in the supermarket. So yeah, I was thinking about doing a video telling you all the benefits of the essential oils and telling you how to make your own oil, so that you could maybe custom make one to yourself depending on what benefits you wanted. So let me know if you are interested, and I will definitely consider doing that video for you. I would say, without being biased, if you have oily or sensitive skin, then I would go for the Clarins Lotus oil, because like I said, the comments from Paula's Choice about the Boots one, and also the Superdrug have got the same kind of ingredients, is that there's too many highly fragranced oils in there, whereas the Lotus oil is not that highly fragranced and would be better for oily skin and better for sensitive skin. If you are more interested in something that doesn't feel quite as greasy, and you don't want that, it does give you a soft feel in the dry oil, don't get me wrong, it's just that it's not as soft as the Clarins one. So if you're looking for something that is more dry, less greasy, and less kind of, you can't, when you put it on, with the Clarins one I can sort of do that and still feel it, whereas with the Boots and Superdrug one you could more sort of smooth your finger across and you could feel that it had absorbed. Then I would go for the L'Oreal or the Superdrug one. But if you really want that baby soft skin, then I would go for the Clarins one. Okay, I think you've guessed which one is my favourite, so I don't need to tell you that. But if I've missed anything out, then please do let me know in the comments. You can send me a message and I will try and answer your questions as best I can. I'm so sorry for being all over the place. I hope I got my point across. Thank you very much for bearing with me, and I'll see you again in my next video. So the Clarins, ooh.